Right, this is Sheila. This is part one of her Glastonbury visit, which I do every now and again, and I'm doing the walk up because the weather's going to change. I'm going to do the walk up first, starting at these Tibetan prayer wheels. These prayer wheels are full of thousands of prayers, traditionally are turned clockwise by passing pilgrims. Turning the wheels sends the prayers out into the world. Please feel free to turn them as you pass. This is one of the ways up I've done thousands of times. Oh, getting older each time I go up. I'm fatter. Older and fatter. Bushy Combe Farm. Now see if I can get through this gate. Yeah, this way as we go up across the fields. So what I'll do, I'm going to do little snippets of the walk up here. I don't normally like videoing when I'm going uphill because I tend to pant and whatever, heavy breathing and struggling, but you do get some beautiful views. I mean, right over there in the distance there you've got Brent Knoll, for example, one of the features I'm always talking about. Now I'm at the foot of Glastonbury tour, and I said I was going to do this as part of my Beautiful Somerset. On the way up here, which I've taken the kids up, they've been up here, we have a number of features, which they say goes back to the Roman times, like the hillside here is terraced, where it would have been warmer in the past, I suppose. There's, I think that's St John's Church in Glastonbury, that one there, and beyond it, which you can't see on the horizon, I can see Hinkley Point, the nuclear power station. Yeah, Glastonbury's grown a lot over the last few years. More and more housing going up all the time. And of course it's, they have the annual pop festival a couple miles out. Right, just going to pause a minute. Right, now we are actually going past cows. So I presume they're friendly. I can't believe this looks like a calf. Well, that bloke's just passed it, any trouble. Oh, his whole herd. Sometimes they aren't any trouble. You just ignore them and walk past. They're too busy eating the grass. Oh, God, I've got a bloody breath already. So this is part one of my visit. I'm also hoping to go to the Abbey ruins today, because I'm very close to that one. Hello. Hello, Mr. Cow. Oh, just get my breath back a minute. Oh, look at that. He's covered in flies. They're very young bullocks. They're probably safer than the older ones. They look hungry, these, and all now. They're very small cows, aren't they? Yeah, so because during the House of Wessex connections, Kings and Queens of Wessex, I've found that some of the ancestors, it could be Edmund somebody or other. And there's another one buried here at Glastonbury. I have been in here before, but about 20 in the Abbey ruins, but not for about 20 years. Now I got loan of the car until 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's got to be back. So I thought I'd make the most of it, as I don't own my own car anymore. I can't afford to run one, but so just make the most of it while I got it to get to Glastonbury, because I'm intending to do a cycle ride to Cheddar and go along that strawberry line, the old railway line. So I'm getting higher and higher up. It gets easier now. That was the hard bit, just that bit back there, believe it. But then you have got the climb itself. You've got to climb the Tor yet. What I'm doing at the moment is just a bit of the walk. So I'm doing a few minutes of that. Weary people can stop off there. I think I've struggled to do that bit. I did quite well there, considering I got quite a heavy rucksack. I wanted to bring the flask, but I thought, no, I ain't carrying that water all the way up Glastonbury. I'll have that cup of tea on the way back. Although I will be coming out a different direction. Right, through another little gate. And in a minute we might, the Tor should come into view in a minute. Should come into view. Now I've rolled down that Tor with one of my friends who's dead now, and he's partially scattered on Crooks Peak. Ian McNally, me and him, one day about, God, I don't know how many years, 15 years ago, it must be, easy 15 years ago, we rolled down that. Now I always get muddled up here, but I think we go straight on. Yeah, I think we go straight on. I think you can go either way, to be quite honest, but I always feel we go straight on and go through the next gate. Instinct takes you there. You know, me and him decided, he said to me, in fact I wrote a poem about him for his funeral, but I can't remember it off by heart now. But he said to me, I know a quick way down, Sheila, when we were up the top there. And he said, follow me, and he rolled me. It was really bumpy. All I can remember, it was really bumpy. It wasn't like straightforward roll down. Of course, once you start rolling, you can't stop. God, we laughed and laughed. And then we went and hit some pub somewhere and had a few ales together. Yeah, he would do things like that. He'd be walking along with Ian, and if there was a ditch, he'd suddenly jump in it with all his clothes on. Right, here we have the Tor, folks. Right in front of us. There's Glastonbury Tor, everybody. For those of you might want to follow this route one day or already know it. It's been tidied up a lot since I was there last, I'll tell you that. And I think the last time I have been up here before, no, actually, a couple of years ago I came up here actually when I'd been for an interview at the hospital and got a job there, but at Glastonbury Hospital. I didn't take it in the end. But yeah, I came on a walking tour after the interview. Right, I'm just going to sign off for a minute. I'll take a photograph. Over and out. Right, this is part 2. I've just come through these much organised walk. It's all to do with conservation of the land and that. The Mendip walkway. I've got very docile looking cows in this field, and up there we've got the Tor, which I've got to climb in a minute. So this is part 2 of Sheila's walk to and up Glastonbury Tor, where I want my ashes scattered, by the way. The people have been hung, drawn and quartered at the top though, so sometimes that does put me off, because I could be up there a lot of disturbed people. Oh, there's a little calf right in the middle of the field been born over there, look. I think it's a calf. Well, there's a few. Unless it's something else. In fact, I can see, yes, they are calves. 1, 2, 3, I can see 4 little calves curled up in balls. You see that one's head there. Now these look very, very gentle cows, don't they? It's just that for all I know, that could be a bull there. You see, up by the gate. So it does happen. So he could be a bull. The others look a slightly different colour, and they often put the bull in a different shade. Yeah, that is a bull, but what I'm going to do is keep walking very briskly. He hasn't got udders, but see, some cows are friendlier than others. If you notice the cows there, because Ian McNally loved cows, he was fascinated by them. The cows tend to be grey and white, look. And the bulls, that could be he don't look he's got any back parts, so it might not be a proper bull. We've been done. But there we go, that's another reminder of Ian. And then we got the tor up there, look. That's the tor up there, which I should be climbing up in a second. Right, just ending this particular... Oh, you're going to be on the video, so I can edit you. I'm just ending this bit a minute. Right, then just starting the little video now, going up the tor. I've taken up some photos on the way round of some of the boards, some different views of the tor itself. And I'm now going to slowly go up this pathway. There's all Somerset all around, look. Some hikers there. There's some sort of feature back there. I didn't read that thing. I should have read it, really. I didn't read that board, but there again, I've read it before, and I do know quite a lot about the history of this place. So here we are, going to make the ascent, and we've got little seats en route. But there is someone in front of me. I'd like to give them a chance to get ahead, really, because otherwise they're reading the board, you're right behind them, you're making them hurry. And then someone's catching up behind you. I had that problem with when I was at Battle. I tended to go off on my own. Otherwise you're all sat 20 of you around a board reading it, trying to read it. Yeah, they've gone up to the next stage, those people up there. Somebody coming down with a dog. This is just put it on pause a minute. Right, back on again, just send over to a dog there. Yeah, I'm doing the climb bit now because later it's supposed to rain. Well, I don't know how long for, but I'd rather do it when it's not raining. Two very fit young men back there. They might have come down already. They might have already been up and come down. Go up on one side, come down the other, you see. So I've got to video a bit of it, so you'll have to put up with me breathing heavily. There's Wells over there, where the cathedral is. W-E-L-L-S. And I've walked along the Mendip Way that you'll hear me talking about. And the Wessex Walk. You'd go along the top of those Mendips there, and I've done that. That 22-mile walk back to Bleedon, I've done that. It's funny, I thought I heard somebody grunting and groaning behind a fence, and from here I can actually see a couple of people lying in the hay there. There's lots of different walks around here. As Zara was telling me that there is the Druids or something do a circular walk, and you can see little pathways, and you can go round and gradually work your way up like it's a cone. But I'm not going to do that today. I should just follow the traditional route up. I might have to turn off in a minute, take some photos, and plus there's a couple that seem to be sat on that bench and aren't budging. So I should go up a bit further and then I should turn it off, because I can't talk when there's somebody listening to your conversation with yourself. What I remember another time about being up here, and I've just seen one, a wasp, there were hundreds of wasps. Literally hundreds of them. Right, so there's the tor up there, look. That's the tor. And I'm climbing up these steps. They've put these steps here to prevent erosion. There's more of the mendips over there, look. I don't know what that colourful box is there. Find out in a minute. A thing, a little. It's a to do with water, that is. I'm just going to sit on here for a minute so we can lift it up and have a look. Right, you've got Crook's Peak right over there, Brent Knoll. I'm going to turn off now and just take some pictures.